If you're looking for cheap, safe, and reliable MT, make sure you go check out my new sponsor, safembamt.com. Use code JC2K for 5% off and go build that God Squad you always wanted. Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best shooting guards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. I have never reacted to a DBG video on this channel before. I've reacted to a few of them from Ty, but I wanted to react to this video just because I think it's going to be an interesting video. I'm interested to see what his perspective is. I know we'll likely have very different perspectives, mainly because he plays majority on next gen. I play majority on current gen. So I'll try to keep that in mind in terms of my rankings, but I'm definitely interested to see his perspective and give y'all my response to that perspective. Before we hop into it, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to DBG. I'm going to leave his Twitch and his YouTube down in the description down below, so make sure y'all go follow him on both of those. Follow him on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and then also, if y'all haven't, make sure to subscribe to me. Help me push towards the 2,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm like less than 50 subscribers away, so I'd really appreciate your support and helping me get that within the next few days, hopefully. But yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. See you at DBG. Thanks of the shooting guard position.
What is going on, guys? DBG here. And
his intro is iconic. It's iconic. I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be a tier list of the best.
I'm gonna skip the intro a little bit though.
Kind of just defeats the.
Okay.
Guy is on. So, Allen Houston.
So this is only primary shooting guards. That's the first thing to comment.
And A tier. He's like. Remember the way we said he's like the definitive Ray Allen based shooter.
I can't even really comment on this.
Him, Bradley Beal.
He's got a good jumper on next gen. I know everybody loves Ray Allen.
I think he's just a better version of Beal and Ray Allen.
He is. I agree.
So he's got Ray Allen basically really nice.
He's a pretty good card.
His defense is pretty good.
He's kind of undersized, but
6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan.
I wouldn't say that's super small.
Again, he's got
at the 2. He's a good card on next gen. I don't mind A at all
for a next gen 2 guard. Like he was in my.
On
like
current,
when I was making
he'd be
my
B or C.
best team list,
probably
he didn't make my best team on next gen, but he was in the conversation.
He'd be B on next gen.
Absolutely
I mean, on current gen, probably, in my opinion.
Allen Iverson.
Worthless or E? I'd say worthless. That card is so garbage.
I can't just not put like. There's been stages where Allen Iverson has been all right in the game. Like there's been some stages where, especially pre-speed patch on next gen around Christmas.
That Pink Diamond AI was never usable. No, it was always terrible.
Iverson's pretty terrible. He can't run.
Yeah, on current gen, he's 4'2".
Not gonna lie, I do think the ability to run is quite an important thing on either gen.
No, duh.
Can you move on either gen?
No, he can't. You're right.
Iguodala.
A tier.
I think he's mid, but I don't think he's bad.
He's good.
I think C tier is probably the best place for Andre Iguodala.
C tier? I would take Iggy over Allen Houston on current. I'm not gonna lie.
Release is mid.
I put him in A tier.
His defense is good though.
His defense is really good, and he's bigger.
His defense is good. His offense.
I feel like they have the same height, but he looks bigger.
Just fine. I think maybe
you're underrating him for sure. C tier? That's crazy.
Either C or B. We got AK. One of the most
S,
obvious
please.
S tier
Thank you.
Of
not even
every
close.
Player on this
no
list.
doubt.
AK is unbelievable. You can argue #1 card in the game.
I don't know if I'd argue
Base
that, but he's really freaking good.
Curry on next gen. He's fantastic on both gens, but way better on current gen than next gen.
He's exceptional on both.
The fact is that I would still put him on S tier for next gen.
Yeah,
I just think if we're done current gen, you legitimately can argue #1 card.
He starts at point guard for me on current gen. He is arguably the best point guard in the game. I think he is the best point guard in the game. I play him at point guard, but a primary shooting guard, I mean, he's an S tier shooting guard. In terms of primary shooting guards on current, I'm probably taking LeBron over him, and probably Kawhi Leonard, and then Cam Reddish and him are similar, but probably taking him over Cam. He's probably the 3rd best shooting guard in my opinion.
I love Bogdan in real life. I do not rate him in this game.
I have no idea.
I think he's very, very average.
I have no idea about Bogdan. I'll trust him. I haven't looked at that card very much, to be honest.
I'm looking at the cards here on this list. I think he belongs in D tier, honestly.
I'll take your word.
Beal, though. Beal's going to go B tier.
Beal's B on next.
Beal is like slightly worse on Houston.
He's got Ray Allen base, but he's undersized. He can play.
I mean slightly worse. I mean
he's decent.
Very, very slightly worse. Like
on next he's decent. On current he's pretty much sucks because he's just too small on current.
All of those Ray Allen base guys are all very, very similar.
They are all
similar. I think Houston is the best of them all on next gen.
He's right.
Which is why I have Houston in A tier. But I think there's not much of a difference, honestly, between those two. So, next we have got Ingram. Ingram's S tier. Ingram's fantastic, lads. He's really good.
I mean, in terms of primary shooting guards, I might put him at S. That card is freaking so underrated. He's super elite.
6'9", So
he's got size. He can
for a lot of these season rewind players, they all grew.
That's true. He did grow. He was listed 6'7". Now he's 6'9".
He can play a bit of defense.
He can do everything. He's really good. I'd put him over Allen Houston for sure.
Then we got Buddy Hield. Buddy's on C tier. I think Buddy on offense is so nice.
Yep. Great jumper.
He's got that Kobe base. He's got a lot of good things going from an offense. Defensively, I mean,
he's not big enough defensively. Exactly. Yeah,
he's 6'4". So much you can do when a player is 6'4" in this game.
Yep. Great jumper, but that's about it.
But at the end of the day, like great.
And that's on both Jones.
Good ball handling, good dunker. He's not. You can't really hold it too much against the card that he's under. Well, you have to hold it against him that he's undersized. But other than that, though, he can do pretty much
everything. It just bothers me that it's Iggy this low.
Okay, then we got Calbert Cheney. I'm
thinking I'll put him in B.
Calbert Cheney compared to Iggy's fine. Like, yeah, Cheney only his goal.
Cheney has Ray Allen base, right? On left-handed, I think.
Cheney has got a much.
He's got a good jumper.
He's got 28. He's also got a good upper as well, which is really, really important for me.
Yeah, that's true. Iggy's a good card, though. Yeah. Maybe I'm overrating Iggy because he's a lead on. I really think he's super, super good on current. On next, he might be worse. His release might not be as good, and maybe that's true. But on current, he's an A tier shooting guard. Like, he's better than Allen Houston on current gen.
I think
like
C tier
relatively significantly.
I don't like that.
Karras is too small. He's 6'5", and his jumper's not that great.
It depends.
It's not bad, but it's not great. Sorry about the ads.
You ever have that day?
I don't like it on a point guard. It's base 70.
It's just not very good. It's the Jonathan Isaac release. It's kind of gross.
Jonathan Isaac, it's fine on a. It was fine on EG and Leon.
It's even not good on him, to be honest.
Like, it's fine if you see that release on a tall player, but again, there's some release that are good on big men, not good on
He's too small. He might be D tier.
Mullen, B tier.
Mullen's jumper's good, but again, not better than Iggy on current gen. Not even close. Maybe on next gen.
He's a sniper and he's left-handed.
He's good.
I just love left-handed players in this game. So
Calbert Cheney's left-handed too, though.
If you're not like me and you don't just for some reason shoot 100 times better with left-handed players, you may not particularly like him. McCollum's going to.
He's like 6'3", and his jumper's
6'3".
He's not that good. That sucks.
Decent. Like, he's by no means a bad shooter.
He's a worse Buddy Hield. He can't play any defense. Can't slash. All he can do is shoot.
I can't. You can't really play him at the 1. You can't play him at the 2.
Can't play him anywhere. He's too small.
We've got him in this tier.
6'3", 6'4", even 6'5".
I mean,
guys.
If you want to argue him in a better tier,
I'd put Karras LeVert in D tier.
You can.
To be honest.
He's E tier.
Cliff.
Oh, lads, I made a severe lapse of judgment. So, like, I'm really, like, in a time crunch today. And I'm doing the Spotlight Sim Challenge for no fouls. So I decided, you know what? I'm winning by, like, 18 points. I'm just going to go and play. Play the last half of the challenge. Not really focus on it. And I pressed triangle, and my player shoved another one of their players.
Nice job, DBG.
We got caught in an offense.
Good job.
Oh, I hate it so much. This has been the most painful challenge since I've lost it 3 times in the fourth quarter.
Oh, man.
Cliff is most definitely.
Cliff is A tier, yeah.
He's a shooter. If you can get used to his release, sorry.
His release is kind of weird. Everything else is elite. He's elite defender, elite slasher, great size.
Is good.
He's really good.
Just all around. He's
his jumper's just odd. Dion Waiters' space isn't as good this year as it was last year.
Good player, 6'10". I mean, absolutely fantastic defender and dunker, really good dunker. So the one thing with this card though is if you are not a fan of Waiters' space, you're not gonna like the card. I mean, I think that's the case with like 80% of the cards. If you don't like their release, you're not gonna like them.
He's right, but Waiters' base just isn't as good as it was
Clyde the
last
Glide Drexler.
Haven't used him. I don't
how
know.
much I want to put Clyde the Glide in S tier.
S tier?
I really want to put Clyde Drexler in S tier because he's so good on next gen. He's so good.
I haven't used him. He's like 6'6",
pretty good.
He's another
just
decent
when we're
shooting guard,
talking about next gen, we're looking at one of the best players in the game. I'm such a big fan of him. But yeah, I think A tier is probably fair. Like, again, I wish I could put him in S tier. It's just the case that he doesn't quite deserve to be there. Darius Miles, I mean, D tier, but if you want to argue C tier, that's fine. I don't think he's quite B tier. He's got good length. His release is mediocre.
Darius Miles' jumper's bad, and he's missing hot spots, and he's kind of got a low 3-point rating. He's just an old card.
Or the best card in D tier.
But he's big.
No, I'm actually going to put him in C tier. I'm going to put David Thompson in D tier.
David Thompson
I don't
sucks.
mind David Thompson.
He sucks.
I really don't.
He sucks.
2 guard positions is pretty stacked. So
Card's not good.
I actually don't mind David Thompson. I've used him in a video. And
He's short, and his jumper's not very good.
He was surprisingly okay.
Like, what does he do good on the
they're
court
gonna go
besides
to the lower
dunk
tiers.
the ball, I guess, but he's not that fast.
Hey, who's going to worthless tier with Allen Iverson?
Sarunas Marcelionis. Is he good? I don't know. I didn't even remember.
I mean,
he
is
had a
Iverson
card.
going to be in a tier of his own? I mean, Marcus Smart kind of sucks.
Marcus Smart's
I
release
don't
is
think
not
he's
that
quite
bad,
worthless.
though. He's about as good as CJ McCollum.
Hey, who else is there? Eric Gordon, E tier.
Again,
Eric Gordon's not as good as
small.
Dave
Jumper's not
Thomas.
that
I'm just
great.
gonna say that right now. He's not as good.
If you're small and your jumper's bad,
Del
you're pretty
Curry's
much
actually
worthless,
severely
even if he doesn't
underrated.
actually put you in worthless.
I don't like Jay Rich. I mean, Lonnie Walker maybe in E tier.
Lonnie, I have no idea.
Again, he's not worthless.
A few of these cards I just don't know.
Yeah, I think he's by himself. I think Iverson's by himself.
He might be. I mean, Iverson's terrible. He's 6 foot
Wally
tall.
Zerbiak.
Literally can't do anything on the court, even though he's in
Wally
the
Zerbiak's
invincible
D
card.
tier. He's got decent length, but he's
Wally Zerbiak's
only
decent.
okay.
He's decent-ish, kind of.
And who else belongs in these low tiers? I mean, if you're on current gen, I mean, Pete Maravich belongs there.
Pete's a D tier card on current at this
and
point.
so does Ray Allen. These
Maybe
guys
C.
stink on current gen.
And same with, C. They're both C, probably.
I mean, Drazen?
Draza sucks. That card is a
Drazen's
D tier
C-tier?
card, honestly.
I mean, yeah, he's a terrible card, but he's putting him in.
Karis LeVert's a D tier card, to be honest. He put him in
inaccurate.
C, but he's D tier. The card is terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with the rest of these guys. But DeAndre Hunter's going into B tier. He's kind of, his release is
Hunter's
all right.
release is decent, and he's got good
Like,
size, and he can curry, and like
Has
he's a
few
decent
good
card.
things,
He's
but
got a
at
couple
the end
things
of the
going
day,
for him, so he's not a bad
I
card.
mean, he's DeAndre Hunter. He's 6'7", long wingspan.
What does him being DeAndre Hunter have to do with anything?
People comparing
He's
him to Kawhi,
decent.
but I don't even see it. He's all right. Del Curry. I mean, Del Curry's
I have no idea.
severely underrated. I don't think I put him in B tier. But
There's a lot of shooting guards on this
would
list that are
get-
just like you just seeing
if
these
you're wondering
lists
why
shows you how
I
many
kept
cards
Del
that are in
Curry
the
B
game.
tier, just look at his dribble six. Just look at everything about Del Curry. He is just absolute god tier.
Every card has great
He's
triple
just absolute
six.
god tier, especially on next gen. DeMar DeRozan.
He's maybe A.
I'm putting DeMar DeRozan
But
in A tier.
I would take Andre Iguodala over DeMar DeRozan, Clyde Drexler, Allen Houston, everybody in B tier. That Iggy card is so good on current. Is his release just garbage on next? It might be. I haven't used him on next, but
Like,
he's
I
so
rate him
good.
super, super high.
I don't know.
Like, I think DeRozan is a elite shooter.
He is an elite shooter. That release on quick is chicken. On very quick, it's almost like
A
too hard to
elite
green, I feel like.
a good defender. He's got good length. I don't really see there being any real problems with this.
I don't have a Lamborghini. I don't have a garage filled with books that contain.
We don't care about
carding
your
game.
scam, bruh. We just don't
Like,
care.
his overall game is good.
Yeah, DeRozan's
Yeah, there are
okay.
better two guards now, but he's still good. This DeMar DeRozan, they're the same
It's the
card.
same
They're
card.
the same
Yep.
exact card. They're both going to A tier. Denny
That's fine.
Avdia. Denny's class.
Release
but
is
he's
mediocre.
He's
and his
6'9",
defense
is a
isn't
really good height
great.
for a two guard,
I don't know.
and he's also.
But even
a
Curry
good
at 6'9"
shooter.
on current, he's not a bad
He's
card.
a good dribbler.
He's
He can
decent.
play at the one as well if you do want to play him at the point.
BT
He
seems
does
fair.
that really well. There are no real flaws with this card right here. Des Mason.
I
Des Mason's
don't really
all
know.
right. He's
Doesn't
like,
he have J.R. Smith's release? He's like 6'5", though,
some people
right?
would say he's like worse than JR. Some people would say he's like a better version of the JR.
Right, yeah.
So
But JR's not good either, so
I don't know how
C
I
tier
feel
is
about
fine.
Des Mason. You know what? Screw it. I'll put him in B tier.
go for it. I don't
Devin
care.
Booker. Devin Booker.
That's Dick Van Arsdale.
I'm gonna go C tier with Devin Booker, but I will say this is the best Devin Booker we've ever seen in my team.
That's Dick Van Arsdale.
This is the best Devin Booker we have. By no means a fan of Devin Booker.
That's Dick
any
Van
year in
Arsdale.
2K, but this is by far the best Devin
Come
Booker
on,
we've ever seen.
DBG. Come on.
So he's gonna go into.
Does he not realize he dragged Dick Van
I would
Arsdale?
C tier, but it's a C and B. There's almost nothing to separate these guys. Dominique B.
That's really
Dominique's
good stuff,
got
DBG.
everything perfect except that jump shot.
Good
And
job.
If you guys,
Dick's
know,
good-
you guys
okay.
don't know how much
I'm not sure if he gets back to Dick, but Dick is like B tier on current and A tier on
I
next.
hate jump shot 8. It used to be the best.
Jump shot 8 is actually really good on Dominique. I think it's great on current. On next, solid too. Honestly, I think he's gassing it a little bit. Dominique's a pretty
I
good
hate it
card.
so much.
He's A tier.
I legitimately. So I just think he is a garbage man.
He's gassing it. Dominique is not
in terms of
far from a
shooting-wise.
garbage
But
man.
if you can get around that, because I know a lot of people.
His
do have a lot of
release is
success shooting with him.
good.
He's really good. So for me, the way I play with how I feel with his release.
This man
For
DBG.
me, he's a garbage man.
I don't
But
know,
I know
bro.
a lot of people really like him, so I'm gonna put him into the tier. Some people might argue A. I don't like him.
Duncan
Robinson, man, his gold.
I have no idea.
His gold card's S tier. You know who I forgot in this list? S tier, Buddy Hield. Duncan Robinson's D tier.
Okay, we're trolling because of the gold challenge. Just skip it.
That card
Don't
is
care.
the best. He's the damn best. Dwayne Wade.
A.
I am torn.
A.
I am torn.
He's A.
Dwayne Wade.
He's A. He gets
You
good
know
defense
what? I'm putting
animations.
Wade in
Thank
tier.
you. He's better than DeMar DeRozan.
I still think he can do a bit of a
And
job.
Allen Houston, honestly.
I still think Wade can do
And probably
a bit of a
Clyde,
job
at least
in
on
my team,
current.
honestly.
On current, he is better than Clyde. On next, I don't know.
Is he the greatest player in the
Is he
world?
better
Of
than
course
Cliff?
not.
Not sure.
Is he the worst player in the world? Of course not. Dwayne Wade is just
Probably, honestly.
good.
At least in a comp setting on current.
Like, I've seen a lot of people have a ton of success with him as a as a 3-hunter on current gen, especially. And a lot of people have killed me with him on next gen.
Yeah,
which is a bit
well,
of a
he's
weird
really
one.
good. Wade
But
is a
I have
great
seen him being
card.
used in quite a few tournaments.
Yep.
I've seen him just getting some crazy chase down blocks. On
Yep.
current gen,
Wade gets
which is the one
crazy
thing about
defense
the card
animations
that
for
I
a short
really do
card
like,
that
is that
other
I do
cards
think
don't
his
get.
defense is animation that you are getting pretty much every single time you are getting chase down blocks. You're right there. Eddie Jones.
Good card.
I'm putting Eddie Jones in C tier.
He's okay.
And we always have a special place in our heart for the other Eddie Jones, but he's going C tier. Then we got Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose is better than Eddie Jones.
I don't know about Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose and
to be
Trevor
honest.
Ariza are both going B tier.
Trevor Ariza.
They're both
That's
going
a
B
card
tier.
I haven't
Basically,
thought about in
the
a
same
while.
card.
Does he have the same release as Trevor Ariza? I didn't know that.
I'm going to have to move some players down tiers.
He has a
Move
lot
some
of.
players down,
Karras
so I'm
needs
gonna
to be
move
moved down for sure.
Wally down. I'm gonna
Move Buddy down.
move
Please move Karras down.
him down.
Thank
Richard
you.
Van Ardale. If I've got Wade in A tier, Richard Van Ardale's got to go.
Richard
to A tier.
Van Arsdale.
And then Crawford.
Do you actually get
I
demonetized for
love
saying
Crawford, but
dick?
he's C tier.
I don't know. I might get demonetized. I don't think so,
If
though.
you've ever seen me use Jamal Crawford, you know how much I love that card.
He's got the same release as
At the
T-Mac.
end of the day, say it like it is. Call a C tier player a C tier player.
He's short. There's your problem.
Like if he belongs in C tier, he's in C tier. As much as I hate to say that, there are like
If he belongs in
a
C tier, he's in C tier. That's a profound thing to say, DBG.
you can still have a lot of success with C tier players. That's how good every single card is in the game.
It's true.
Like in a game where every single card is a demon,
Especially Andre Iguodala, who's not a C tier
Like-
card at all. But okay.
there are going to be some great cards in these lower tiers. It's like in the top 100 list.
Also, one thing I will point out about this list, there's a lot of primary small forwards. A lot of primary small forwards. I'll probably react to a small forward list as well, just to show that. Because there's guys like Kawhi Leonard, LeBron, Cam Reddish, who are not on this list, who all play the shooting guard position for a lot of people, but aren't on this list because they're primary small forwards. So I just want to point that out. The shooting guard position actually is kind of weak in terms of primary shooting guards.
Like when you,
Which actually makes me think Dominique might be S tier, to be honest, because of the lack of primary shooting
like
guards.
some people are like, oh, how is that card like 70? But exaggerate. Put him worthless. There are 84 not worthless cards right here.
Yeah, but
And
a lot of these guys,
for that reason,
I wouldn't use anybody in C tier and below in terms of any sort of attempted competitive setting except for Andre Iguodala. On current, I wouldn't use Bradley Beal. I wouldn't use Desmond Mason. I wouldn't use Jalen Rose. I wouldn't use Allen
in
Houston.
this tier. So then we've got Harden. One
He's
higher in
B tier.
I mean, Harden's not that much better, honestly,
Yeah.
but he is.
Card
better.
kind of sucks.
The other James Harden, they're the same card.
Same card, also B tier.
Both James Harden, they're the same card. Jason Richardson. Jason Richardson is like, in my opinion, like slightly worse than Eddie Jones.
I haven't used Jason
Slightly
Richardson, so I
better
don't
Eddie Jones.
know.
Basically, they're the same card.
I used this pink
They're
diamond
the same card. I don't care what anyone says.
a
they're the
while
exact
ago.
same card.
It was okay
There is
at the time.
next to no difference between those two guys. They are the same card. So for me, I'm gonna put them both in the exact same tier, and they are both going
Fine with me.
into
B tier. C tier.
tier.
Thank you.
first came out.
Okay.
I
Yee
really
is
was. I
good.
thought he
I'd
was
take
a-
Cliff over Yee.
He was gonna be like a superstar.
I
in this game.
kind of agree with his
I
placing
know
of Yee and
Yee
B.
was gonna be one of the best
because
two guys,
Cliff
but
is
he
A.
actually really isn't. He's just kind of like a 7-foot tall cone. JJ Redick. I mean, Redick's E tier. Don't mind the release B
Yeah,
tier.
I agree.
Clarkson. I think Clarkson's slightly worse than Harden. I know
Clarkson's
some
pretty
people would
good.
argue
I
it's
would
the
actually
same. I'm
take him
gonna put
over
Clarkson C
Harden
tier. I think Clarkson,
because his release is
Curry are
better.
closer to each other than Clarkson and Harden. Josh Jackson, CB. He's all right. Let's put him C.
B. He's 6'8",
Josh
plays
Smith,
great
though,
defense.
Josh
His
Smith
jumper's
is A.
decent.
I'm a huge fan of Josh Smith in
If
this game.
He has
His
Eddie
movement
Andre
insane.
Goodall and
His
Josh Jackson too
dunking's
low.
insane.
Iggy's A tier. Josh Jackson's at
His
least B.
defense, I think, is insane.
Defense
I mean,
is
there are
so
no-
and
for
size
me,
is so
there are
important. You got guys
absolutely no
like
flaws
Mullen, Brad
for
Beal,
Josh Smith.
Jalen
I
Rose,
think
who are just
he's
not that
one of
big.
the best
James
two guards in
Harden's
the game
too.
and is
Honestly,
supremely
higher than
underrated.
Jackson. Who I'd take Jackson over.
Again, a lot of people are.
Josh Smith is really good. Really good.
Sleeping on how good Josh Smith is.
If you need a budget point guard, you can still go with Josh Smith, or even like West Sell Josh Smith. They're the two Opal elite budget point guards who you can still compete with. They give you size, defense,
JR.
offense. They can do it all. They're really good cards.
C tier.
JR sucks. Cards a
I
bomb.
don't rate him. I don't really rate
Nobody
him.
rates him. Card sucks.
Kawhi Leonard.
B tier, please. Maybe A. I don't mind that actually.
Kawhi Leonard A tier.
Still a stud card, that Kawhi.
I think that's where he belongs. He's still a pretty good card.
I don't hate that at all.
Maybe B. He's A or B.
Yeah, I
If you
agree.
need a cone, he's A tier. If you want someone to create, he's B. I'm gonna go A tier, but if you want to put him B, that's fine. Kevin Herter.
No idea. I don't know.
For me,
Have you
Kevin
used him?
Herter is just like. I've tried him out once and he felt like worst Tyler hero. KPJs are going. One's going C tier, one's going B tier. The Dark Matter KPJ is one tier lower than the Opal KPJ.
Wait, really?
If you guys don't know why, they've based.
300 for that and 2,000 for this, way too expensive. But today I'm going to show you guys
We
how to
don't
get all this
care,
stuff for a lot
bro.
Basically, they're basically the same card, except one of them is Kobe released on very quick.
Oh,
One of them has Kobe released on quick.
he has it on very quick. I didn't know
So
that.
for that reason,
That's kind of cool.
yeah, that is what we are going to be doing. KPJ is
That
going
makes
to be
sense.
Then we got Clay.
He's B on this
Clay's
list.
just a cone,
Hey,
so
maybe.
Clay's going to C tier. I'm going to Clay to B, that's
Nice.
fine.
He's B.
Enshrined Kobe.
He's A. There are just look at this list. There are not that many good primary
Have I
shooting
forgot
guards.
some players in S tier?
Because like
Look, and I'm like,
T Mac has to
Enshrined
be
Kobe.
S tier. MJ has to be S tier based on
And the
this
other
list.
Michael Jordan are the best cards on his list. So not Enshrined Kobe, Invincible Kobe.
Yeah,
And Team USA Michael Jordan are the best guys left.
and T Mac. There's just not a lot of
right
good.
in
That's
saying?
what I was pointing out earlier. A lot of the good primary shooting guard or non-primary shooting guards are point guards. The only incredibly elite primary shooting guard in the game right now is AK, I think. And then you got Kobe, the other Kobe, MJ, the other MJ, and well, the other MJ is actually a point guard, the Invincible MJ. But this is USA MJ. The T Mac is S tier. I mean, but that's about it.
No, T Mac.
Yeah.
So, do I have not enough guys in S tier?
I mean, if you're gonna move somebody else to S tier, move
It's hard
Brandon
to push
Ingram.
up one of these. Do I want to
Brandon Ingram.
push up Josh Smith?
No.
Do I want to push up the best? The best two on next gen are Clyde and Houston.
No. What?
The best-
next gen's got to be wild.
Or Clyde, Cliff, and Houston are the three best on next gen.
That's
The
crazy.
best on current gen are
Bi and
Josh
Wade.
Smith,
No,
probably DeRozan and Ingram.
he doesn't play next current gen at all. If he says DeRozan and Josh
Ingram
Smith.
up. Do I move Cliff up? Or Houston?
Please move Ingram
Clyde.
up. If you're gonna move any of them up, move Ingram up or Wade.
I'm going to go controversially. I move Cliff Robinson up. And I'm also going to bring Kobe up to...
What?
I'm also going to bring Kobe up into S tier.
Cliff Robinson. I mean,
Which means
maybe.
I have to bring this Kobe into S tier and this Kobe into A tier.
I guess that's true, but what in the world?
I'm going to controversially bring the Kobe's up into S tier because I do really like Kobe in this game.
I agree. Kobe's really good in this game,
I know some people are not the biggest
especially
fans
with
of
the way
Kobe
this
in
list
2K.
is. But Cliff Robinson,
I think both gens.
I guess it's
beat
not
Kobe's are
terrible.
fantastic. I think the other Kobe, like again, these three Kobe's are all better than the point guard Kobe in my opinion. Like it's mad point guard Kobe is who would have ever thought Dark Matter point guard Kobe Bryant was going to be the fourth best Kobe Bryant in this game? But
he's right. That is crazy, isn't
apparently.
it?
So
Because all the other ones have it on very quick, and his release on quick is not nearly
we
as
have
good.
got him.
The opposite of last year when his release on Gold Quick Shot
I
was
hate
way
base
better.
13,
Remember?
but I'm still going to put him C tier.
I don't even know about base 13. What base is that? Who else has
Yeah,
base
he doesn't belong
13?
lower than that. Malik Sealy, at this stage of the game, you know what? I'm still putting Malik Sealy in D tier.
Go for it.
I actually rate
support.
him highly. I still think he's very solid.
He's a decent card. I'd put him in. You put him in
Really
D.
solid still.
He's C. He's got the good
Like,
jumper.
I know it's been a
He's a good card.
long time since anyone really used Malik Sealy. I mean, for the time, that guy was a demon. Manute Bol. Look, cheese factor.
On next gen, he's
Taking the
probably
cheese factor into account,
on
Liverpool
current,
is
he's
high.
like C.
But at the end of the day, in terms of how good he is, not just how cheesy
B.
he is,
Perfect. A on next.
gotta put him
Current
in
on C.
this tier. I gotta put him in
I agree. Perfectly fine with me.
the tier where I have him because he's just cheesy. Like, he's not the be all and end all. There are better cards in the game than Manute Bol.
True.
But I think B tier is where he belongs
True,
just
true,
due to, or sorry, C tier or B tier, sorry, is where he belongs just due to cheese factor. Like, he might be the cheesiest player in the game. That doesn't necessarily mean best. Cheesiest does not always equal best. That's one thing we learned. We've all learned from 2K. Like, if you haven't learned anything from 2K, learn that cheesiest does not equal best.
This is very true.
Hito Turkoglu was the cheesiest card in 2K19. Does not mean there was ever a stage where any Hito Turkoglu was better
Because he
than Andre
wasn't
Karolinko.
ever the best.
He was just the cheesiest because he was taller and he was cheaper.
Agreed.
And anyone could abuse him, and it was easier to abuse people with Hito than with AK. Does not mean he was better. So yeah. Then we've got Matisse TyDeBo. I'm putting TyDeBo wherever Iguodala is, but I think TyDeBo is probably better. I think his release is one of the most underrated releases in the game.
I like his release.
And I think just in general,
Where'd he put him?
He's a super, super underrated player.
Where did he put him?
Like, TyDeBo is a player that no one was
Am I
really
blind?
hyped about when he came out. Again, like, Splash Zone set has
Oh,
a
he's
lot of
C.
hype players.
Iggy's better.
Really good, so he's going C tier.
That's kind of been my whole point.
Michael Cooper.
The whole time.
He's a tad bit undersized, but he's good.
He is undersized.
Again, all these guys.
And his
in D
jumper's
tier are
not that
usable.
great. No, they're not.
Everyone here that's sitting here in D tier is a usable
You're not going to use these cards, DBG, so come on now.
card in my team.
They're not actually really usable.
So, I don't see...
But like Malik Sealy is.
Honestly, I don't see there being too many guys
got size and
having problems.
defense.
They do like using them. I don't have a problem with people saying Michael Cooper's really good.
He's not really good.
I'm sorry, I'm putting Jordan's in D tier.
Okay, maybe.
I don't like Michael Jordan.
I'd probably say C.
Well, this Jordan anyway. Actually, screw it. I'm gonna put this Jordan. I'll put this one in C tier.
Why? Because he's half range
Because
and
if
the other
you
one
don't
doesn't.
know, Jordan stinks on next gen.
Does
Because
he?
he's got the Michael Jordan. He's got the slasher dribble style, which basically means that he can't.
I might be
burst
wrong
at
about
all.
that. That's true. Fair.
Like, he can't. It's so difficult.
On next,
getting to the
that is
basket
definitely a
with him.
fair point.
He's still fine because again, he's got the Michael Jordan
Because if you don't have shifty or quick on next gen, it is hard to play with the card. It really is.
defensive stance, which is Kawhi Leonard-esque in terms of how cheesy it is. Like, it is, you are still going to get some of the cheesiest animations ever on defense with him.
True.
But a mediocre release can't
More
really run on
ads.
next gen.
Whoa.
Watch the NBA Finals
Goodness.
live on ABC with YouTube TV. Try it free.
Hard to discover new audiences?
It's okay.
It's time to try Taboola.
I need an ad blocker.
I gotta put him in C and D tier.
That's fine with me.
This
Okay.
Jordan, though,
S tier.
I mean, he can't.
He's so good, bro. He's better than Kobe.
Is he better than Ingram?
Maybe. He's better than Kobe.
I'm gonna go like this. This is my S tier. This is my S tier.
I don't mind him actually putting Ingram in S tier. I think that's probably right.
Actually,
If he's putting Cliff Robinson there. No, don't.
This is my S tier.
Why? What are we doing? BI is a better card than Josh Smith. Like, significantly on current. And on next, I don't even think people like
This
Josh
is
Smith's
my
release
S
that
tier.
much. What are we
Michael Red.
doing?
We've got Kawhi in A
Bro.
tier. Michael Red's just slightly worse Kawhi.
Agreed.
So, like, Kawhi's in A tier. I
That
mean,
Michael Red
like,
card is
Red's probably
super,
going to B tier,
super
I guess.
mid.
Slightly worse lefty Kawhi. And he's also, like, slightly worse Ray. Ray Allen's slightly better than Michael Red as well. And Ray Allen's probably going to go into B tier as well. So we got Mikal Bridges B. Low B though. Low B. Mikal Bridges was so good for his time though. And as a budget card, like, I love that card. Mitch, Money Mitch. I'm so tempted to push Money Mitch into C, but I know for a fact he's just better Del Curry. So into B tier. I
Better
really
Del
want to put
Curry.
Money Mitch into B tier purely because he's a complete free card, and for me he's got the most chicken.
Money
I've ever
Mitch
seen.
is so
But is he
mediocre.
better than Del Curry?
Mediocre
I
Mitch is what he
don't
is.
think he's objectively better.
His
than
jumper's not that good and he's short.
Close. Money Mitch is so good.
No, he's not.
Like, if only we had a Tim Hardaway. Only we had a Tim Hardaway card, and we could run the Run TMC Warriors at Mitch Richmond and Chris Mullen.
Yeah.
That would be an insane team.
I mean,
Mitch Richmond is
fun.
so nice.
I don't know if it'd be insane, like, in terms of being
Free
good.
card, he's insane.
6'2"
Obi
point
Toppin,
guard,
I'm putting
6'5"
Obi
shooting
Toppin
guard,
in B tier.
6'6" small forward.
He's got that really good length. I like that release. And
Obi's
honestly,
actually pretty decent.
Obi Toppin.
If he had better
Brandon Ingram.
defense, he'd be
There is
really
a difference.
good.
There's not that much of a difference. I'm saying it right now. Unpopular opinion. Like,
That is
Obi
an unpopular
Toppin,
opinion because
like,
Brandon
I'd be
Ingram's the
tempted to put
freaking
Obi
best.
Toppin to A tier. I'm such a big fan. His defense is a little bit lacking, which is why he's not going to A tier, but other than that, he should be. Oscar Robertson, wherever I have Hardens, I guess. I don't like Big O base. I've used it on like Eric Gordon and stuff. I used this Big O once on an account. I think did I use this Big O in the All Invincible squad? But I've used them a few times on accounts. I used them once on next gen. I've only used them on current gen, and again, me on current gen a lot of the time, I will struggle to play with a player, but I don't like Oscar Robertson base, and he is 6'5", so I think this is probably the best place to put him.
I mean, yeah, he's one of the better cards in B tier, though. I'd take him over Harden for sure.
Cards. Pistol Pete. I'm putting Pistol Pete in C tier. Was Pistol Pete good for his time? Yes.
Yeah, he was great for his time.
Is he like B tier level player?
His time was 3 months ago, though.
So on next gen, is he a worthless level player on next gen?
Probably, yeah.
Is he closer to D tier when you calculate both versions of the game than he is to B tier? I'm probably gonna say yeah. But I'm gonna put him in C tier. Ray Allen's going B tier. Like Ray's
better than Pete. Yeah, exactly.
And Pistol Pete was so good for his time, but
I agree.
He was so good for his time. Like there was a stage where Pistol Pete was one of the most just cheesy and OP players in the game. And so many people had so much success with Pistol Pete. But for me, I think he's just meh. He's just meh. Or he's just meh now. Reggie Lewis.
No idea. I have not used the card at all.
His overall game, he's got a good
I know
player build,
DBG loved him in 2K19.
I don't think he brings enough. Oh, I don't know. Screw it. For old time's sake, Reggie Lewis, you're going to B tier. Because you are one of the original goats.
Sake.
You are like.
Was it 2K18 or 2K19?
He was one of the original guys that
DBG loved.
Had videos booming on. He was the 2K17 version of Hito Turkoglu. Trying to think.
2K7. I thought it was 2K18.
He was
2K19.
the like iconic 2K17 card was Reggie Lewis, so for that reason he's going there. Rip Hamilton, C tier. I mean, his release is good if you're talking about next gen. His release is not good on current gen. Base 40 is so good on next gen though.
Base 40 is not bad on either gen, honestly. It's not terrible on current, actually. On very quick, at least. On other speeds, yes, but on very quick, no.
On Batum, I didn't realize how good it was till Batum, but it's actually one of the best releases in the game when we're talking next gen.
That might be a little bit gas in it.
C and B.
Yeah, RJ's
sure. I don't think
that's fine.
Quite belongs in A, but it's close.
Dark Matter RJ's A tier. I'll just say that.
I'm gonna put Robert Reed low B. I do like a lot.
He's got KD on very quick,
so
which is not even good on current.
C tier.
No idea.
He's like a worse version of like the Harden and
didn't even know he had a card. I'm not gonna lie.
Sidney Moncrief.
D or E.
At this stage of the game, he's E tier.
Yeah.
I liked him when he came out. You know what
You liked him when he came out?
You know what? I'm putting Sidney Moncrief in worthless tier. I don't actually. Do I think he's a worthless card? No. But like when we're comparing, like
Eric Gordon's worthless too.
In comparison to the guys that we do have,
CJ McCollum's close.
I don't believe he's as good. Steven Jackson. I mean, you
he's C or B.
Jackson Showtime. I think B tier is
that's fair.
The correct spot for him.
He's got a good jumper. He can carry.
Terrence Ross.
He's got a gross jumper.
Like
it's that same base 70, which I don't like.
Hesitant to
put him in C
tier
or
instead of B
D.
tier, but
C.
I think I'm gonna put him there. Again, he's got
There's so many damn shooting guards in this game, bro.
At all when we're talking current gen. So for that reason, he's going here. But
so many cards in this game in general. Some of these cards I just forgotten we had in the game.
He is flawed though on current gen. He is definitely flawed on current gen. Tim Hardaway.
B.
Yeah, I've used him only once and he was not good, so D tier.
Colin
Van Ardell.
What? D? You're putting him below some of these dudes in C? I don't know about that one, Chief.
He's like Dwayne Wade, but he's a bit taller.
He put him below Pete. He put him below Eddie Jones. He put him below Sarunas Marcelionis, however they pronounce that. Jamal Crawford, Jason Richardson, Batiste, Del Curry, Mitch Richmond, Drazen. Bro,
just put the Van Ardells and Wade in A.
Put him over all those dudes. Come on,
Tracy McGrady.
That one's B. The other one's S.
I'm gonna put this T-Mac in A tier. I'm gonna put this T-Mac in S tier.
I guess. I mean, if DeMar's A tier, then T-Mac is. But I don't like DeMar that much. That's the thing. At this point in the game.
And I do think the other T-Mac.
I guess they're both okay.
Especially if I've got DeRozan in A tier.
That's fine. That's fine.
Trevor Ariza going B tier.
Also fine.
Forever Jalen Rose is your right-handed version of him. Tyler Hero.
C.
Tyler Hero is pretty good.
No, he's not.
They gave him a much better wingspan. He had a terrible wingspan up until
he has a terrible wingspan IRL. Did they actually change his wingspan? I didn't know that because he has a like -2 wingspan in real life or something like that.
this card
A
here,
negative
wingspan. I don't know whether I want to put him in C or B. I'm going to put him in C tier because I think that's where
Did they change his wingspan?
I put Kevin Herter in D tier and I can't put them two tiers difference.
They shouldn't have done that, but okay.
Tyreek, as much as I want to put him in A tier, I'm going to put Tyreek in B tier.
That's fine.
Next gen, God.
He is
gen, so
on current. He's super mediocre.
Vince and Levine.
Levine is A.
Levine,
Vince is B. Yeah. Good. Very nice.
Levine offensively might be up there in the top 32 guards in the game.
He's S tier
offensively.
Defensively, he's
Levine's
just short.
So good on offense that I'm going to give him a
pretty good card, but he's short.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
All right. Well, shout out to DBG for making this video. I disagree with several things. Like he puts Iggy way too low. He puts Wilkins way too low. He puts Josh Smith in S, which is a little odd. Brandon Ingram should be an S over Josh Smith. Iggy should be an A tier. He's got Allen Houston too high. I know it's next gen, so I guess I can't judge him too much because I know next gen it's very different. But I kind of disagree with certain areas of this list. But that being said, there's a lot of shooting guards, so it's hard to rank everybody perfectly. And shout out to DBG for making this video. And if y'all did enjoy my video, make sure you like, leave a comment, and subscribe as well to help me push towards that 2,000 subscriber mark again. I appreciate all the support as always. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.